Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Boom Goes the Dynamite. I'm back. That's right. I took a few days off, took the weekend off, and I just decided to be lazy for a few days. But I'm back here, joined by my good friend and co-host, Mr. Sergeant Peppers. But before we get to him, it's me, the GREG, Greg the Son Mongo. You've been bushwhacking since '92, aka Thunder Tits, and now joined by my longtime co-host, the man himself, Ken Dango. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Mongo? Glad to see you back. It's your boy Sergeant Peppers, friends with Del Monaco. Everybody knows Del Monaco. Cookies, what's good, brother? Cookies, you weren't on the show. You are the champion. You did a clean sweep, beat up Kanisha and Batty. You are definitely the king with that thing, brother. Nobody can take that away from you. You definitely won.
It's that last part I wasn't gonna say.
I wasn't gonna say that either. No. I wasn't gonna say that either. Well, Cookies, you picked the perfect show, brother. You are the champ. You weren't here Monday to watch do the live watch with us. Matt is your OTC. He's speaking of this. God damn it!
Speaking of this name, man, he appears. I
hate Matty Reigns. I hate Matty Reigns. He takes all my belts and doesn't give them back. I wish he would just sit out one time.
Joining us today, he is the only person who can actually even do it. Triple Crown.
Fucking Kenny. What the fuck is wrong with you, Kenneth?
The forever Intercontinental Champion, one half of the Are You Fucking Serious Quiz Champion, which he'll be defending tomorrow night with Mike. And of course, the reigning and defending, sort of the way we're going to do it for next Thursday. Raging Memorial Predictions Champion.
And then I'll probably lose it.
Are we doing? Wait.
You're going to find out during the show next week if you win or lose it.
Wait, hold up. So this Thursday, we doing just the game show this Thursday, right?
No. So next Thursday, TNA is doing. They're turning your episode into their Unbreakable pay-per-view. So it's gonna be like a special. So we're gonna predict that because that's their like mania thing.
Yeah. So we're gonna predict that
in
advance.
Yeah, we got to predict it a week in advance. So we're doing both tomorrow. Every time Matt gets both of these, he ends up having to do both.
Yo, some real fucking bullshit. I swear that fucking Kenneth Richard makes some dumb fucking moves saying that the damn Intercontinental Championship is retired. I wish we could just find that asshole and just tell him about himself.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick. His
name is Kenneth Richard, Kenneth Dick. I mean, come on. The name says it itself.
Hey, I was
both of them? Yeah, both of them tomorrow.
I was the greatest Intercontinental Champion. I always came in second. I never even tried. I always came in second.
Well, you know what they say.
You want to hear something? Oh, here's the bullshit. You know what popped up in my memories from Facebook the other day? Our very first predictions poster. Me, Mongo, and fucking Mike were the very first predictions champions. We were the good brothers. All three of us got fucking perfect shows. So Dez had to make all three of us champs for the first time we ever did fucking predictions.
And that's when Dez realized, this prediction shit sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I finally figured out my way, though. I think I figured it out. You have a tiebreaker for the tiebreakers. It's the best way to handle it. I think I've gotten it done. We got some stuff to talk about today, folks. We have NXT from last night, which was hectic as hell. We got Dynamite tonight, and of course, we've got to talk about Tiffany, Stratton, and Charlotte because it's not done. And also a chant that broke out during NXT last night that we're going to get into. Also involving Booker T. Those special chants in NXT
Here's the thing. That since you want to bring that up, I do want to point out that Booker wasn't the one egging those chants on. He was laughing. He was laughing at it, but
he didn't egg the Hulk Hogan stuff. He just walks up, laughs, moves on.
Vic though was egging that chant last night on, hitting him with the what? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. He kept doing this to the crowd for them to get louder and louder with, and it's like, bruh, stop.
I see it. I got the video. Let's see it right here.
It's like,
bruh, stop. Let's go ahead and play it.
I didn't see anything wrong with it. I mean, that's the crowd always trying to be the crowd.
That's the crowd always trying to be the crowd. I get it, but
even if he did and they would have kept chanting it because they already said.
But you don't have to egg it on. You don't have to egg on. We're trying to get to a point. See, look, you see him?
Yeah.
Look, even Book said was like, "Yo, stop!" Pulled his hand down, like, "Yo, bro, stop!" Like, Book doesn't want this to get any bigger than what it already is. He basically in his response.
Booker already squashed it. Booker already said he's not going to say good. He's not going to say anything good about Swerve for the rest of his career. Like he's
right. He said he's not going. But
he's just not going to comment. He's like, He's
like, I'm not going to say nothing bad about the man, but I'm never going to endorse him again. Which is a nice way of saying, you know what? You said what you said, little nigga. Fuck you. It takes what basically what Book said is what Jay-Z said in one of his rhymes. What you eat don't make me shit. Basically, I don't give a fuck what you do, man. I got mine. You talking about is racist and everything over here. They ain't doing that shit to me. I'm getting paid. I'm living my life. You do you, little man. That's basically what Book pretty much is doing. And Vic doing that egging on, I don't think is necessary in this situation. Like, y'all say, he's just playing off the crowd or whatever. Sometimes the best way to play off the crowd is to not pay them any fucking attention, especially with some shit like that. If Book already put out a statement saying, yo, it is what it is, I'm letting this shit rock, I ain't fucking with it no more, I don't want to mention it or talk about it no more, we talked about the elephant in the room, blah, blah, blah. It's over. We don't need that coming from the peanut gallery.
Yeah, you definitely don't want this to be a chant that they continue to do and possibly do it on the show.
I mean, even if Vic didn't do anything, they're gonna chant. Like
they're gonna chant that. But I think the idea is like if you egg it on, if you do that and play with it, you could make it go like it might not have been more than one or two shows that they do it. But if Vic's doing that, then there's a chance that becomes like a regular thing they do.
Exactly.
And that can cause problems. And
I feel like even if Vic doesn't, even if he doesn't do that, if he does do it, they're gonna do it.
No, I'm gonna be honest.
That crowd thinks they're the show.
Nah, man. They definitely do think they're the show, but if they do that chant and see they get no reaction from with regards to it, they're gonna stop. They're not gonna keep doing it because they want to get a reaction from somebody, and Vic is giving them that reaction that they want, so they're gonna keep doing it.
I mean,
that's the thing about it.
That's about it. But at the same time, if everybody didn't have cameras and all that attached to their phones, we wouldn't even know about it. Like
but regardless if they were going to say, it doesn't make a difference. If you know somebody is going to shoot somebody, that doesn't make it okay for you to be there while he's doing the fucking shooting. All right, plain and simple. Regardless,
what it is,
like it don't make a difference if there's cameras or not.
Regardless, if Vic does do it, if Vic does egg them on, they're gonna make that chant because it went from Booker coming out to his entrance thing and them not saying anything to them, Hulk Hogan, we coming for you. And then out of nowhere, now it's Swerve, we coming for you. Or fuck you, Swerve, we coming for you. It's like, nobody's telling y'all to do these remixes, but y'all are doing them. It's like we don't acknowledge the Hulk Hogan one, but we got it on here on the podcast. Like,
nah, what you call it? I'm telling you, if Vic doesn't keep doing that I can't hear you, they would have stopped. Which is exactly why at the end of that fucking video, you see Booker slap his fucking hand down like, all right, enough, chill. Like, don't keep bringing that, don't keep egging that shit on.
It's the same segment of fans that start them chants. And because I've seen other angles of that video. The rest of the people are just kind of like, what are they saying? they're kind of lost. Like, what are they saying? You know,
that's why we always talk about, like, we need to get out of the fucking PC every now and then and just, like, get different fans, because that crowd is they so want to be the show.
They want to be the show, and they act like some of them, and I'm sure they probably are, like, cool with them, but I'm sure some of them probably are like, there's a difference of being a fan and being a fan. Like, a fan and a fanatic. And some of them, I feel like those people that try and start them chants and a lot of that shit, they are fanatics. Like, y'all don't have to be the show. And I can't, like, to Kenny's point, yeah, Vic was bad in egging them on, but at the same time, it's like, even if he doesn't acknowledge them, they're gonna start up something else to get acknowledged. Like, even if that doesn't get over, they're gonna make sure it's gonna get over some way, somehow. Or even just the simple fact of it's being recorded, that chant is going to now circulate around elsewhere when Booker T pops up somewhere. As long as they're not, as soon as they go off camera, that chant going to probably pop up for a week. And then they're going to come remix something else to it. That's how I looked at it. It's like, I don't feel like, I'm not worried about Vic Joseph. I'm not worried about Booker T. It's those fans. It's like, they the ones that is talking all this shit. Like, Vic is just like, oh, I can't hear y'all. But Vic is like, I'm secure. He ain't gonna roll up on me.
Nah, Vic ain't fucking secure. Vic ain't secure because if Swerve do roll up on his ass, it's a difference between Swerve rolling up on fucking Booker T and him rolling up on Vic. Because as you can see,
if he rolls up on Vic Joseph, it's a worse look than him talking shit about Booker T. Like,
no, it's not. I'm gonna be honest.
Really stupid and be like, hey, little nigga, don't be doing all that. I saw you doing that. That was real stupid. And I'm like, you've already been on Vlad. You've already.
It's the same. If Swerve rolls up on Vic, it would be the exact same equivalent as if, let's say, you and your peoples are out there roasting each other, and there's one nigga that's laughing too hard. And niggas go, oh, I know your ass ain't laughing. Vic is the motherfucker laughing too hard right now in the middle of the beach. And he's going to wind up catching a stray from his ass laughing too hard. That's what I'm trying to let y'all know.
Vic's this going to end up in a bad spot, and we're just going to hear it.
Right. That's exactly what you're going to hear.
I don't... The thing is, so like the only way you really could have stopped this from happening is to have not even acknowledged the Hulk Hogan thing. That's the only, but like, because really, like they're like, oh, that worked. Book laughed at it. Let's keep it going. You know what I mean? Like, so they're already going to do this. The important thing is going forward, stopping it. This is causing a problem. This Booker T Swerve thing is causing some issues that don't need to be caused. And Book's trying to just like be done with it and end it.
That's why Book was laughing off like, all right, that nice chant. And like he looked at Vic like, all right, like you didn't add them on enough. Let's keep it moving because we got a show to do. Yeah. But it's like even when they stop, even if Vic doesn't do that, Vic. Like Booker has already laughed at them, so they're like, Book laughed, so he acknowledged us.
Book thinks it's funny,
and they're not going to stop. Like that acknowledgement for most folks would be like, all right, he thought it was cool, let's not do it again. But they're going to be like, let's keep doing it.
Yeah, that crowd will run something into the ground for sure. So yeah, NXT last night. So I said this last week or 2 weeks ago. I was like, I wonder if they're going to Naomi this belt. And what I meant by that was years ago, Naomi was the SmackDown Women's Champion heading into Mania. And she got injured, and they said that she'd had to vacate it because she wouldn't be able to defend the belt within 30 days, which would be Mania. And then Naomi came back before Mania and challenged for the belt. Well, last night, Stephanie Vaquer is trying to decide if she's going to let Jordan Grace or Jada Parker challenge her for the belt. Julia shows up. She's done being injured, I guess. She drops all three of them, and she says she wants a title match. So we're getting a four-way at Stand and Deliver.
And I don't even think Julia is. I really think she's still hurt.
She might be. And this might be like a way to safely get her into something, and she doesn't have to do anything the entire match. She can like not do as much.
I'm so tired of like we are multi-person match out. Like, bruh.
I remember I was thinking they were going to do that with this Mania, where it would be like a Mania, I think 2000. Where was every match a multi-person match? It wasn't Mania, but it's gonna be Stand and Deliver, because if you look at Stand and Deliver's card right now, it's all multi-man matches, save for one, which could become one. Right now, Stand and Deliver. I'm gonna pull up the card.
That tag title, the tag title match. I feel like the gauntlet or whatever they're trying to do is going to end in fuckery.
Yeah, so we have the ladder match for the women's NXT North American title, which will be 6 people. We got the Fatal 4-Way for the NXT Women's Championship. The tag match, even if it's just one team, that's 4 people in the match. It's a multi-person match. Yeah. Ricky Saints versus the Fatal 4-Way match winner. That is what's going to end in fuckery. We're going to have a 5-way for Ricky's North American title, and then Oba versus Trick versus Javon. Not one singles match. Not a one. That's ridiculous. That's we talk a lot about like AEW always like putting too many like multi-person tag matches on their pre-show or whatever to try to get people on the show. This is about as bad.
The problem is their roster is overloaded. That's the problem. They needed to have some people go to the main fucking roster.
NXT's roster is, like to Kenny's point, it is low key kind of bloated at the moment because they just been holding. They like, they just been literally just holding back, edging themselves from like letting people go. Like Trick needs to go, Oba needs to go, Roxanne needs to go, Kalani needs to go, Fraxium needs to go, Jada Parker needs to go. Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson need to go. Like,
hell, Ace really doesn't need to be down there.
The roster. And Tony D and the family need to go. Like, and take Andre Chase with y'all too to get him away from them kids.
That's the thing. Like Tony D and his crew, they're not even on this show.
They need to be on the fucking main roster by now.
They're gonna be on the pre-show, I bet you. They're gonna probably be if that would be. Oh God, that is. Even though the show is at 1:00 in the afternoon, our time. I guess.
And in 5 matches, at around 22 people on a 5-match card.
Too many people.
Too much.
Too many people in your main title pictures. Like you.
We've been looking at the women's North American ladder match, and as soon as Kalani qualified, I'm like, "What are you in this match for, girl?"
Yeah, you should be past this.
Like,
and for Wesley last night, Wesley came out for this. Like, you should already be past.
Wesley should be on the fucking main roster.
Name Wesley.
Like, why are you here?
Like, somebody like a JC Jane, as ass as she is, gotta go. All these super duper seniors gotta go. Like,
it's like out of that 22 people that you said is on that card, at least 16 of them are fifth year seniors.
It's
like whoa, get out.
Like a super NIL. They're looking like a Ohio State's roster. They're like, we had all the old people. We had everybody that you want to come to death row? Come on down. And they won a natty and they gone. That's what NXT is looking like. It's a super NIL bloated ass roster. Like, you old ass children, you adults need to go. They need to take y'all out to the parking lot and lock the door. Change the locks. Wish them well. It's time to go to the real world, aka the main roster.
Fax him, especially since their asses on there doing singles matches every goddamn week.
They're already on SmackDown. Might as well fucking just pull the trigger. Let's fully go through this NXT card, then we can get into some other stuff. Jordan Grace and Jada Parker, like we said, fought to a pretty, decent.
Jordan Grace almost killed her fucking self.
Yeah. What is?
Yeah. Oh, y'all motherfuckers never seen a real suicide dive?
I saw people getting onto Jordan, and I guess it was like an AEW troll that was like, "This is what the PC does." Like, she's not a PC graduate. She's from TNA.
Right.
But we've seen a lot of like botched suicide dives lately. And I don't know if it's the ropes in NXT. I don't know what is going on. Like, it seems it's always NXT.
No, it's not even always.
I know it's not only them, but it seems like something is always happening in NXT.
That's why
dive is botched.
That's why I put the gif of Buzz Lightyear from Toy Story. Like, the way she said that, like, this was following with style, player.
Style. Like Frazier. Frazier had a botch on SmackDown. And then,
Frazier, it's not a Frazier match or a Fraxium match unless that man almost died. Like,
decapitates himself on the ropes or whatever.
Oh. I'm thinking that honestly, maybe they're not tightening the ropes as good as they used to, so that's why people are catching their foot or whatever the case.
There's got to be a reason because
the ropes are too tight. I don't know.
If it was just PC trained people, all right, but it's not.
I would say for Jordan Grace, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, maybe like to Kenny's point, maybe they just the ropes are just like that gap is just bare minimum gap that they need is different from TNA to NXT or WWE. Yeah. And then for Frazier, he just misses. he just be almost dying on anything.
That is why they kind of encourage you to come into NXT before you go to the main roster if you come from somewhere else, because their ropes are different. The way they do the ropes are different. There's a little bit less spring in theirs. The way the ring is set up is different, so the bump you take is different, and then all the cameras and things. There's a reason they do that, so that might be why Jordan's there right now. Sometimes accidents just happen. At the end of the day, though, like it's just an accident. It's not like this is something that Jordan does every single week. It's not like Shotzi where like every match she had, she died away from her neck.
No common occurrence. This was just a oops a daisy. Like,
yeah. So I wouldn't use this as like a, she sucks. No, it just mistakes happen.
I would say that she could crush you out with her thighs. Stop.
I did go back and watch this. Fraxium took on Swipe Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on, before you go, let me get it.
I just want to know.
Hold on. All right.
Why?
Why?
That's
what?
all I want. Why don't y'all like them?
Let me say what I got to say before you start asking. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I said in the chat last night, Cookies, Batty, Kanisha, everybody else that's watching this. I could not watch the majority of NXT last night, and I actually missed out on pay because I had internet issues. Fucking Spectrum. So I didn't see this, but I heard or I saw in the chat, Swipe Right is here. And I said, I mean this in the nicest way, in the best way possible, really. I want them to be hit by a bus. Now, I think there are a few better compliments I can give a heel than to wish bodily harm on them. I think that's really about as high as I can give a compliment.
Like, it's not that they're not good. It's just like, oh God, here come these dudes. Like,
yeah,
the gimmick is cringy because
it is, and that's the point.
Of my age, because of I'm 37, so I'm like, oh, I know little kids like you. I remember being little kids. Like, I remember being a teenager and meeting little assholes like you. Like, y'all are just classic, basically 80s preppy assholes. But it's just slapped on with today's stuff on it. I'm like, okay. I don't like y'all. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna take your chicks. Get the fuck out of my face. Like, get the fuck out of my face.
That's why I like them. That's why I like them, yo. They remind me.
Get my face, little boy.
Go ahead.
They remind me of classic 80s/90s dickhead movie characters. The ones that would be in charge of the fucking school, that would be part of the cool gang or whatever. Like, pretty much Johnny and his friends from fucking Karate Kid. That's what they remind me of. And I fucking like them, yo. I like these kids.
it's a gimmick. I have a friend.
I'm with Cookie. I hate them the way I'm supposed to hate them.
I've got a friend.
Oh nah, I don't like these guys. I'm supposed to hate them, and that's exactly as soon as they get on the screen. Nope, I don't like you. They were going against. They was going against my Kurt Cobain and my motherfucking Power Ranger. Oh no.
Man, that golden fucking ratio.
He kicked the shit out of him.
It was still my hate.
So I said, I think Axiom is Matt's new assassin. But no, it was it. So I'd never seen anything from Evolve. My buddy that I work with on NXT every Tuesday, he's been watching the Evolve stuff, and he's
every
like,
time I see
have you seen anything about it?
Those fuckers. So
yeah,
that's why I already don't like them.
He said, are you going to watch Evolve? And I was like, I really don't know. I think between Raw, SmackDown, NXT, TNA, AEW, and then MLW and some other shit, like I think I have enough stuff to watch. And he said there's this one team that I can't stand, and it's Swipe Right. And I'm like, that looks about right. That seems like the point is that, I mean, they're heels, you're supposed to hate them. So I get it. I didn't see anything last night as far as like, can these guys go yet?
No, not yet.
It was like a 5-minute squash. It wasn't supposed to be.
I look at them and I'm like, y'all still need to grow into y'all's bodies, because y'all look like
that's
part of it.
Y'all look like little baby Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes when they were.
You know what they look like? Actually, they look and they act like Miz when he first started.
Yeah, but they got Cody Rhodes bodies. They got little baby Cody Rhodes body. Like, oh, y'all out here and y'all's draws. Like, y'all really look like y'all out here in y'all's panties.
It was solid. We'll see how they clearly the company's high on them.
If you
already have them at NXT against their champions, giving them a match against the best tag team in pro wrestling right now, clearly they see something.
Giving DX points. That's more bullshit.
I like I said, I hate them like I'm supposed to hate them, like Cookie said. And
that just shows you how bad NXT tag division is too. That you're getting Swipe Right brought up.
That's the thing. Like they're talking about.
But Swipe Right apparently was already a tag team out in the Indies. That's why, like, apparently them being on Evolve. Apparently, them being on like Evolve is literally their triout for NXT. Like,
so
they're pretty much right there with NXT. They're pretty much right there.
It's like Kylie Ray. Kylie Ray's has been wrestling for like a decade, but she's on Evolve and working the WWID thing for the safe tryout.
So out there looking like Mr. Belding.
Fatal Influence bickers over who's going to get the shot at the North American title. Jasmine Nick says it's hers to
take. Call for the favor.
So Soul Ruger takes on Jasmine Nix, and Soul beats her in 5 minutes.
She sure did, but we saw the next kick, baby.
That fucking soul snatcher out of whoo. Yo, that move.
Soul snatcher. Ah.
It's the best move in wrestling right now. The best singles move in wrestling. It's damn impressive. We got the culling against Hank and Tank.
Ass.
Before that, the Street Profits were faces giving Hank and Tank advice.
I don't think the Street Profits are like heels on Smack. I think they're just like
tweeners.
Yeah, they're just kind of whatever you need them to be. So
wherever it is, they want the smoke.
Yeah. But every tag team's coming to see Hank and say, hey, boys, you just got to do this. You got this. You're going to get there. And how do I say this nicely? Why are we putting so much main roster emphasis
leading up to basically
on Hank and Tank?
Like,
yeah.
Are these boys about to get a tag title shot? Are they going to be the team that beats Fraxium? What is the point of all this? Why is everybody coming here to give them a pep talk, including Pretty Deadly? Like, come on now. And they still losing.
They're going to be the ones though. They're going to be the ones.
Are they going to be in the gauntlet next week? Is that what's going to happen? They're going to win the gauntlet.
Maybe. They're going to be the. You know what's going to happen? Remember when Cordona and Assman won the tag team championship?
About to say, this is that they beat FTR.
Yep, this is exactly what's going to happen. With Cordona and Assman won it, and it was Assman's first win at that. This is exactly the same story. Like right there, but not right there. Right there, but not right there. Finally there, and they're going to lose it right after they win it.
Ricky Saints comes out talking about who's going to be challenging for this belt, and we get Lexus King.
Lexus needs to shut the fuck up. And
you know why? That cup. Like you said, baby,
that cup's gone, baby.
That merge is happening. They merging like a motherfucker, baby.
Didn't even bring it out with them.
What happened?
Call this shit ESPN and Disney, baby. Merge, baby.
Didn't even bring that shit out to the ring with them. So Lexus comes out, then Eddie Thorpe comes out.
Oh, I didn't book this.
And Eddie says
some wild shit though, boy. Eddie's talking about another entitled white man thinking he asking for something he think he should get. Like what?
Yeah, people loved.
This is our land, so this is my people's title. No, I was like, first of all, it's called North American, not Native American. And second of all, you can get the fuck out of here. So no.
It's crazy how this is the reaction with us, but that the crowd and also fans online loved his shot at Lexus. I don't know. I thought it was weird that he said that about the belt that they just made 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Like or whatever they did it. Like it's I don't know. People like Eddie Thorpe, I guess.
I don't know why.
Yeah, no clue why.
Wesley comes out, says that he was the best champion to ever hold the belt. Like, yeah, that's why you shouldn't be fucking near it right now.
You're from Saved by the Bell.
You should be gone 1.5 years ago. You don't need to be here anymore. Go to the main roster.
1.5 years.
Like shit.
Smart bro.
Ethan Page comes out, drops Ricky with the Twisted Grim. Then we get a big old brawl. So we're gonna have Ethan Page
almost at that point, and he don't need to be in NXT no more.
He's been here for a year, almost a year.
So. You need to go.
Page is also challenging for the TNA World Title.
They're just wasting his time trying to figure out stuff for him to do. He need to be on the main roster too.
And take over the Miz's spot. Yes, he should.
Yeah. Miz.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
Miz become an ambassador and visit some schools.
So we're getting the fatal four-way. We're getting the fatal four-way next week on NXT. Wesley versus Lexus King versus Eddie Thorpe versus All Ego.
If this was old school NXT, this would straight up be a takeover match. And then they would fight later that night.
Yeah. This is the way that they hyped up everybody in this match.
Lexus King ain't winning.
He's not winning, but I don't see any of them. I don't see this ending in anything but a 5-way at the show.
Hey, yo.
Like I don't see. I mean, like I don't see somebody winning on Tuesday and going to fight. Like I see it being like a schmoz. There's no winner, so they all get a shot type deal.
Or they just piss off Ava, and Ava's like, you know what? Or Ricky just pulls a staff and is like, I want to face them all. Like, all right, whatever. It's a party. Yay.
We see some promos backstage in the locker room from Trick, Oba, and Javon. Trick and Oba are not worried about Dark State.
And their leader Javon is letting them know. Their leader Javon is letting them know. I'm telling you,
it's all throughout like this whole show that if he's not part of Dark State, then I'm fine with it. But it's like as far as me, I've either been he's part of them or he's not. If he's not, I'm cool. He
was dressed like them last night.
Yeah, he dressed like them. He like even when he was talking shit, he's like nobody. He's like, I'm the only person around here worried about Dark State. Y'all ain't worried about Dark State. Dark State is trouble. And I'm like, yeah, because you the motherfucking leader. You talk. This is a message from the head nigga in charge of Dark State, as far as I'm concerned. But if he's not the leader and it's really Saquon, then I'm fine with that. But I feel like that's why he wants the trail to be thrown off, because he keeps getting his ass beat by them.
Yeah. Javon says, I've been telling them for weeks that this is a problem and they just don't listen to me. Yeah, you're the fucking leader. Main event time, Dark State versus Javon, Oba, and Trick. Oba and Trick end up brawling with each other.
First of all, Oba threw a motherfucker at Trick. That's what started this shit. Oba had wanted to do some Dark State. The dude had Oba in like a headlock. Oba picked him up and threw his ass at Trick. Then the next thing you know, these dudes are sitting there supposed to be tagging each other in and out. Trick snuffs Oba out of nowhere, just pow. Now they fighting.
I was just standing there like,
hey yo, my guys, we've in the middle of a match.
I guess I'm into that.
Y'all ain't got, and he just whispers to all right, give me the power bomb. Just give me the power bomb. It's fine.
Which Saquon fucked up a little bit.
Yeah, I think he was a little off on the trajectory.
Yeah, his ass was a little too hyped and over jumped. So it's like he did like almost like a Luthez press kind of thing instead of a damn powerbomb.
They had to beat Javon. He was the only one in the ring.
Right.
There was nobody else to beat.
My favorite part of that whole match was they spent the whole night saying it's going to be 3 members of Dark State. But we had a whole motherfucking standoff, and all 4 of them motherfuckers stood up on the apron. I was like, because I was sitting up there counting them. Hold up, all 4 of y'all, this is not 3-on-3. This is 4-on-3. It is legal.
And did they not? Yo, I was getting ready to say that, Matt. Was I bugging, or were there people switching in and out?
They had
at one point
rematch. They had somebody from Dark State switching out.
Because at one point, because at one point it was I swear I saw just all 3 of the Saquon wasn't in the match. It was Dion, and the other 2 dudes.
Cutler,
and the next thing I know, Saquon was in the match. I'm like, yo, did they just switch this nigga out? Like
when they did that standoff, that's what I was like. I had a feeling because I was over here like, I know I'm not that. I know I ain't that high. Like, what happened to such and such? Why is this person here now? Then when they did the standoff, I was like, all 4 of y'all are out there. Hold up, y'all. This this is super cheating, and ain't nobody noticing.
All right, so it wasn't just me. All right, man, you wasn't high. Because I was thinking, I'm like, yo, wait, did this nigga switch out?
It was, I don't know how they got away with that, but Ava, they the baby hounds. Y'all try to get recruited. They try
every
to get
week.
recruited.
Every week, Ava is starting to pull more of her hair out, and just like by the end of 2025, she's gonna look like her dad. She ain't gonna have any hair left. Gonna be just.
Yo, Keisha damn sure said, "Wow." Keisha damn sure said, "Wow, Ava lost a lot of weight." I said, "You be stressed the fuck out being the manager of fucking NXT too. You lose weight that way too."
When Matt is over here just writing
all
all the bullshit.
So yeah,
Hill had rules. They ain't got no rules. They did a 4-on-3 handicap match and got away with it.
It was the kind of stuff freebird us right in the middle of the fucking match. Like
it was the kind of thing that like we have been like, man, NXT or AEW doesn't really pay attention on like the tag rules specifically. This is worse than that because at least they have assigned people in the match. They were just
even when they came out. They played their interest. Like, who is it? And they all rushed the ring. They never established which three it was. They were like, "Don't stay hit the ring."
Yo, I know I wasn't bugging because I was like, "Yo, there was 3 light-skinned motherfuckers starting this match. Where did Saquon black ass come from all of a sudden? Hold up, somebody switched. Wasn't Dreadhead in the match? Why he on the outside now?" Like, I know I wasn't bugging. So, yeah.
They about to have dark state rules. Dark state rules. Rules.
Right, like, yo, where did this little nigga go? Like, yo. See, look, yes, Maddie. Literally.
Literally, when they did that standoff, I was over here like, oh, shit. Hold up, it's 4. How 4 of y'all out? Oh, y'all cheating.
I likes it. And my man Saquon had on the Nikos Ricos outfit.
Yeah, I was like, this got on the rest of overalls with the strap with a one strap overall. Like when you see a painter, like, oh yeah, they really doing it. Oh, yeah, they got one strap. I'm like, then y'all said Nikos Rio. Oh, yeah, I remember that dude.
Nikos Ricos, baby.
Our boy, man. Nikos Ricos. Y'all ain't know nothing about no Nikos Ricos. Legend.
Nikos Ricos.
I still follow him on Twitter.
Didn't he go crazy or become like a Trump supporter? Some shit.
I think he did something weird and then he just disappeared. But
right, he did some wild shit. And we were
for a brief moment, we were all Nikos Ricos stand.
Yo, me and Mongo saw a fucking onesie and said Nikos.
Kenny went in our chat. Kenny went in our chat last night. Mongo, who's that dude that has that weird onesie? And instantly I was like, Nikos Ricos? Yes, Nikos Ricos.
Yeah, because I didn't know who.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of talking about, but I don't know his name.
Nikos fucking Ricos, baby. The shit we got from the CWC, I tell you.
And when I saw it, I was like, that's what Kenny asked. And now I'm never gonna not be able to see Ricos.
Every time Saquon wears that shit.
I'm just like, that's Saquon Ricos right there.
Exactly. There we go. Saquon Ricos. Sequos Ricos. There we go. Sequos Ricos. There we go, baby. Sequos Ricos.
Jesus. Mongo has a berserk read. Brother, it is the most depressing shit I've ever read in my life.
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
Oh my God.
Cookies. I'm on volume 3 right now. Kenny, there are, I believe, 16 volumes, and this shit never finished because the guy that was writing it died. So I'm just like reading until it stops. It is the most depressing shit I've ever read in my life. I genuinely, I like depressing, horrible ass shit. I don't think I've ever read anything like this in my life.
Oh my God, nope, no, thank you.
it's like if we have like your cry list, this is my Mongo's depressed list, and it's
no,
right, it's right at the top.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's berserk.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
You ever seen that guy, that big ass fucking sword the size of like a human? That's what that comes from.
So,
There you go, Batty. Negos, Ricos, Negos, Rico.
Batty is trying to get Mongo in trouble.
That shit sound like a scientific with niggas in the street. From the popularity, Negos, Rigos. Like, what the fuck?
He already
a scientific classification for the extra hood niggas in the street.
Oh, dang, let him just be able to say you know.
I'm never.
You gave him something he can't even say. He can't even say that.
But it's so good, though. It's such a good thing.
Don't worry, I got you, Mongo. Negos, Rigo.
Thank you. I'm just gonna point to Ken every time I need him to say it. I've just seen that skit that those guys did, and it's like, I need my money back. Like, oh, I'll give you money back later. And he points to a black guy that's standing next to him.
Rico sounds like a character off of Grand Theft Auto 4. Like he's like Nico Bellic's like cousin. Nico Bellic.
Let's go bowling. Oh my God.
Nico's Rigo sounds like he deals the stuff to Delmonico. He sounds like he's Delmonico.
That's where he gets that. That's where he gets the PCP piano.
That's Bilbo Baggins' broke ass cousin, Nico's Rigos.
That's the one that gave his ass up on the Shire. That had the Death Riders looking for him. Big Bear Baggins. Oh, that nigga live over there. Negos, why'd you tell that man he wasn't gonna kill me?
That thing can fit into any universe. That could be a Star Wars character. Like, oh, you gotta go to the planet of blah 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 to see Negos Rigos. It's like, what's up?
It's fucking Dave Chappelle in the wig. What's happening, man?
That's how they reintroduce. That's how they reintroduce Samuel L. Jackson back to Star Wars.
That's the name of a wizard of Hogwarts. That
is the ultimate spell to fucking kill Voldemort. Negos, Regos.
You got me fucked up, folks.
Four niggas in hoodies appear with Timbs and beat the shit out of Voldemort. That's the ultimate spell.
Beat his ass and talk about his nose.
I already said.
Hey, this nigga ain't got no nose. Oh, lizard face looking nigga.
Let's go. Let's go. The YNs are hard work, baby. God, what happened?
Oh shit, I killed Mongo.
We ain't scared to say anything. The YNs, the Hogwarts ain't scared to say Baltimore's name. Come on.
Yo.
YN Negos Rigos of Hogwarts. Come on.
Hell you say that spelling, four niggas in hoodies pop out and just start roasting Voldemort to the point where his ass start melting away. Oh, lizard face ass nigga, this nigga ain't got no nose.
His feelings just get hurt. Like, yeah, you bet, bro.
This is the only 14-year-old bald nigga I know, son. I swear. Like, they go in on him.
I can't. I was gonna ask what It's like I gotta go back home and put water in Baltimore's mama's dish.
Why don't you click your heels 3 times and take your ass back to the enchanted forest? Baltimore mama wear underwear with dick holes.
My mama did no such thing.
Pulls out the wand and like, that's a nice wand. This here is a pistol.
Right.
It was that easy? Shit. What? All right. Well, fuck. I did.
Oh my god.
Like, oh shit. Did he just shoot?
Fucking Negos Regos. Damn it, Saquonos.
I was gonna ask. So, what did y'all think of Darkseid last night? What did y'all think of their debut? I think it's pretty obvious that Saquon Sugars is the veteran in there.
Oh yeah, it's by the amount. First off, you could tell he's a veteran of that group by the amount of time that they allowed him to spend in the ring. He was the one that that Ober and Trick and them were doing rest holds with, the one they were doing more power moves with. Like, they knew Saquon was the one that can take the bumps that they were going to be doing. So he had a lot more time in ring than any other member of Darkseid. So like you said, you could tell he's the veteran of the crew. He's the one that, they are looking to say, okay, you got to be the one to, lead this group until we reveal that Javon is the leader. You know what I mean? Then you can chill.
Like to Kenny's point, like if Saquon, like if Javon is not the leader and it's just them 4, then I'm cool with that. Like, my favorite member outside of Saquon is Dion, because he's the only one we got any type of relationship with. The other 2 we don't really know. Outside of Saquon, we don't know them other 2. We know Dion because the shot was picking on him. And now look at him. So I'm Team Dion over here. Yeah, y'all thought he was soft. He party, Why?
I was trying to figure out what the name. I was like, all right, one's like something Cutler James. We know Dion. He was the one that's reading the book. Saquon Sugars. The other dude is Osiris Griffin, which sounds like a name from Family Guy. That sounds like Peter's long lost Irish great granduncle.
With Jay
wasn't his father's name O'Shamus?
O'Shamus or Seamus, yeah, something like that.
Right, like
Seamus O'Griffin.
Seamus O'Griffin, like, it do sound like a Family Guy character. Like,
you can't have the last name Griffin and not automatically have somebody imagining you but fatter and with like glasses and like a ball chin.
And they all hate Meg. Like, oh, your name Meg? Oh, I hate you. Like, damn.
Shut up, Meg.
Yeah. Like, I wonder what that theme song is going to be once he goes solo. Play the game. Oh God, let's get into some Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte stuff before we get into Dynamite. So on Friday, Tiffany and Charlotte had a promo, and shit got out of hand.
Shit went left. Shit went left real quick.
Yeah. So according to Fightful Select, Charlotte was the first one to go off script, mocking Tiffany's voice, and then Tiffany just said, "Well, fuck it. If you're gonna take a shot, how many husbands have you had?"
I like Tiffany's regular voice.
Tiffany said, Tiffany basically went like this.
Come up with in this
I'm
scenario.
about to bust his ass.
Tiffany said, "All right, so you know what? You're gonna be just like your personal life after that, alone."
That whole segment, like, I was just sitting there with the Denzel Washington with cringe face, just like, oh, this is so bad. Like, this can't be real.
First of all, like I said, they were dressed alike. That's what made it even worse.
It's gotta be real.
It was first off, that crowd was not giving Charlotte any chances to say anything.
Because they didn't want to hear shit she had.
That makes me like Charlotte now. Like, the fact that the crowd just downright just hates her and boos her and don't even let her open her mouth. It's like, I understand y'all don't like her, but you gotta respect her. Like, y'all can't be hating her on her greatness.
Like, it's to the point now where at one point when she was trying to talk and the way they were booing her, I almost thought she was gonna cry.
Yeah,
like it's a different. Right, it's a
like her.
Like, it's a different type of heel reaction that she's getting than her normal heel reaction. Like, normally just, boo, Charlotte, you're the bad guy. But no, this is genuine hate. And she even, like, her voice was cracking, like, so you guys are not even going to let me talk? You're not even going to let me talk? Like, she was about to cry. I was like, oh.
That's what honestly makes me cheer for her. That's why when she came out at the Rumble and it was like, oh, yeah, she about to fucking win. And people was like, oh, no, I can't believe it. It's like, no, y'all got to remember, she tore every motherfucking ligament in her fucking leg. And the fact that she fucking came back for us and probably herself too. And then on top of that, she lost another husband and all that. And the first thing she's like, I already know they're going to boo me. Like, come on now. That's some John Cena shit. I'm coming back from the most major injury I've ever gone through. And these people, the first thing they're going to do is boo me. And then when I do get to open my mouth, they ain't even gonna try and give me my proper respect. They just boo, boo, boo.
Yeah.
And then Tiff, oh, you ain't got no husband either. You ain't got no husband. You ain't got no man either, bitch.
You ain't gonna have no gold. Not gonna have any friends, and now you don't have any husband. And that's when she said, "Well, Lou with Kaiser's in my DMs," and the entire wrestling fan base went, "Ah."
I don't think so. Now you're lying. Now you're lying. The entire fan base was literally.
Stop. Think about it.
Like, come on.
She said that, I was just like, I was just like, this segment has completely gone off the rails. And as soon as it was revealed like that, it did go off the rails. Like, y'all wasn't imagining stuff. I was like, okay. And it just gets worse and worse and worse. Like, it went from, Charlotte, it's like, we were pissed off at Charlotte, but then Tiffany took it there because she was defending herself and she was tired of getting backed in the corner. So she said, you know what? I'm swinging out this corner. And
Tiffany came out for round 3 straight throwing haymakers. Just bing, 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 bing. Like, I'm going for this knockout right now because I cannot go another round.
She basically,
if I go another round, I'm getting KO.
She connected.
Everything except for the R word, her brother. That's like, she basically pushed every button except for mentioning her brother. She talked about her daddy. She talked about all her failed marriages. She talked about how the people don't like her. Like, damn.
I think her brother's the limit.
Her brother is off limits, but it's like, yo, you went there.
This is from Fightful Select's report.
This is how I know you get no pussy.
I thought you were saying that to me. I was like, what the fuck?
No.
What the fuck did I do? The general consensus backstage is that Charlotte Flair went off script first, calling herself the Nepo Queen, which didn't garner much heat. However, when Charlotte began mocking Tiffany Stratton's voice, a number of people backstage felt Tiffany needed to fight back, but that going personal to that degree, without it being clear, was ill-advised. No shit. Neither the line about Charlotte's marriage nor Charlotte's Lou Wood Kaiser line were cleared. No shit. Charlotte addressing the crowd booing her directly was also not planned and was called a run-of-the-mill ad-libbing that would never get anyone heat, which is goddamn, that's demoralizing. Producers were instructed to edit the personal relationship references and Charlotte making fun of Tiffany's voice from the YouTube editions. The reaction backstage was some confusion when Charlotte emulated Tiffany, and oh shit, when Tiffany and Charlotte got deeply personal. It was considered a wreck backstage, but many at Raw got a laugh out of Ludwig's response. So,
Damien,
Tiffany.
Damien, what does Ric Flair and what he did have to do with Charlotte?
Yeah, that's you can be mad at Rick. That's agreeable.
What does that have to do with Charlotte? That has nothing to do with Charlotte. Yes, Ric Flair is a dick and an asshole, whatever the case may be. Yes, but what does that have to do with her? She didn't do it. She wasn't the one holding it, swinging it.
That's not an image I wanted in my head. Tiffany was on the Babyfaces podcast talking about this moment. I think being so new in this business, being so new as a champion, I didn't think she really expected me to stand up to her. And I don't think she expected me to almost clap back. All I have to say is it's live TV. The stakes are high. We're going into WrestleMania. I have the title. I want to keep the title. And I'm going to put on every possible stop that I can. And people want to see our match. And I think that we did a very good job of getting people wanting to see our match and invested in our story. Now I'm ready to put on the best women's match ever. And I'm ready to go to war. That is for the Babyface podcast. The quotes were from Covalent TV on Twitter. So, did that segment get y'all more interested in their match?
Because I know that shit is gonna go all the way to fuck off script. So I want to see who's gonna throw the first fucking punch, the first real punch. That's what I want to see.
I'm 50-50 on it, like yes and no. Like Charlotte should still be like, as long as the outcome is Charlotte winning. Like I don't want to. A lot of fellas are like, no, swerve us and let Tiffy win. Like let's just get this whole comeback story over with. So because honestly, this whole first title run for Tiffy hasn't exactly gone as great as it really.
I feel like it was. I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like it was kind of soon for Tiffy to have this belt.
It was just like when Bliss won it when she first showed up.
Like, the difference is Bliss wasn't really anybody for her to fight.
The fucking division when Tiffany got that belt was in an odd spot.
Like she got it and disputed with Nia all the way until the Rumble, and then it was like Charlotte. Time to lose to Charlotte. I defended it against people. Maybe we would give a damn.
She had some like TV title defenses, but it was never anything like, oh, she might lose. You know,
Candice LeRae. Like, oh.
Honestly, I feel like right here is where you miss someone like Asuka being around.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's a veteran that you could have put in that match and you could have been like, oh, they're about to take this thing off of Tiffany, put it on Asuka, and we're going to have Asuka Charlotte again at Mania. Like you would like, there's just nobody on that roster that you would think is going to take the belt off Tiffany before Mania. Cookie says, kind of, I don't want to see Charlotte win, but I'm interested in how it works out. Batty says, I need Charlotte to snatch her by her tiffies. Damien, I just wanted a reason to get mad at Ric Flair. Well, there are a lot of reasons to get mad at Ric Flair. They're out there for sure. Let's get into Dynamite. This is the first Dynamite after Dynasty. I know y'all talked about it before on Monday. Just overall, what did y'all grade Dynasty?
Overall, I feel it's another pay-per-view with a subpar ending to a main event. Because I'm not going to say the entire main event was bad. Because it was John Moxley versus Swerve. They put on a pretty good match. I'm not going to deny that they put on a good match. Whatever. I just don't appreciate them insulting our intelligence by having Moxley in matches, knowing that he's not going to fucking lose. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing about it. So like the knowing what the actual outcome already is going to be sucks. But overall, I'll give the pay-per-view a good B.
Yeah, I was gonna say B plus. It was a B plus.
Yeah.
Cookies,
B,
right?
B plus.
The bad ending rest was really good.
Damien says I don't give a shit about this match at all. In fact, this whole Mania sucks for Jade, except for Jade and Naomi and the triple threat. Really, the whole card's rough for you. I don't know. I'm more interested in that in the triple threat for the women's world title than most things. I think Io and Bianca.
This multi-person. This is I would say for a 2-night era. This is a weird WrestleMania, but like for what they've been doing for like I would say the last 3 weeks, they've been making us care. They've been giving us reasons to care for the last 3 weeks. Like, oh, y'all might think it's looking mid, but look at all this shit we doing to build it up. And then by the time you get to WrestleMania, if you're not expecting anything, that's where they're going to shock the fuck out of you.
Yeah, we were shitting on Gunther and Jay's storyline since they began. All it took was Jimmy getting his ass beat and then Jay cutting the promo of his life on Monday. All of a sudden, we're like, oh, all right, well, shit. Let's see what happens. Cookie says B plus, bad ending. The rest was really good. Baddie says she liked it.
Yeah, it was a good show.
It was like their last pay-per-view where it's like the whole show was great. The ending was bad. But the whole show was great overall.
Like I said, my favorite part of that whole show is my man Speed. Speed, but kicking the absolute shit out of everybody.
Speedball, that triple threat, and
that was one of the best triple threats I've ever seen.
How good of a wrestler she is by carrying Julia throughout that match. That it was like, Julia Hart in that main event is honestly what gives it that B plus.
She was just carrying. She was dead.
And Chris Jericho.
Oh yeah, and Chris Jericho.
Yeah, the Jericho stuff was weird.
That long
got the belt off of got the belt off him finally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we have the follow up because we're building towards Double or Nothing next month
in Phoenix.
We have for Dynamite tonight TV time with the Learning Tree. Chris Jericho. He has been giving Brian Keith and Big Bill some shit in recent weeks because they can't win anything.
He had lost.
Yeah, they all lost on Sunday. So is this the night? Excuse me. Is this the night where Big Bill and Keith finally beat his ass? Or
this is when the tree falls on Jericho.
All right. Okay. The AEW Tag Team Champions, the Hurt Syndicate, they celebrate. So we're going to see who their next contenders are.
Oh, damn. I don't know. They fight. We hurt people.
We hurt people.
A $400,000 explosive 8-man tag. I don't know what that means. I guess the
what? One more time, bro.
A $400,000 explosive 8-man tag. Now, not explosive like the ring's going to explode. It's like it's the action pack. But what's the $400,000 for?
Why is it only 400,000? Why isn't it $500,000? Why is it a quarter? Why is it $250,000, $500,000, or $750,000, or just $1 million? Why is it this random ass?
That's a weird number. It's a weird number. So I guess the winners split up, so they all get $100,000 a piece.
That's so ass. Like, this make my TK, I'm cheap ass.
Damien,
that's just being cheap.
Damien, I agree. I don't know what the hell that's about, and I honestly
long-term storytelling.
I
remember
guess my problem
they didn't want Swerve to be the champ.
I just don't care about the Bucks anymore. I can't.
Along with what Kenny said, just think about it also like this. It doesn't matter what the Bucks did They're not helping John Moxley. All this is for us to get to Double or Nothing, where we have the unholy union of Hangman and Swerve versus the Bucks. That's all this is about. Hangman, Swerve, Bucks, Edge, Christian, FTR. That's all these. That's all that pay-per-view is about. Those two matches, and Mike's main event of Okada versus Omega.
Oh, that's happening at All In July, baby.
Oh, damn. Whenever
That's gonna be July.
that is Mike's main event.
That's gonna be July, baby.
We have a AEW Trios. I'm sorry, that's not involving the match. But the champions, the Death Riders, Wheeler Yuta and Claudio, take on the Opps, Samoa Joe and Hook, because apparently the Opps are going to be challenging for the belts next. I have not heard if Hook has re-signed, so this is either them, he's re-signing and they're winning belts, or he's not, and they're going to kill Hook.
They kill people.
They kill people. They kill people.
They hook people. Hook.
AEW World Champion John Moxley in a match against Katsuyori Shibata. Because again,
out here having Shibata just die.
The Opps got to go out there and lose a match.
This is why, I wish AEW wouldn't be like WCW so much, because this is where it's like, oh, we got our world champion in action. He just had a match. I've ever sit through him talking shit. Let him rest.
I didn't even say who was in that $400,000 match earlier. It's Speedball, Will Ospreay, Mark Briscoe, and Kevin Knight versus Ricochet, Leo Rush, Action Andretti, and the Beast Mortos.
Well, we know who ain't no money.
Mortos.
Right. You on the broke team.
You right. You on the broke team, Mortos.
You on that. As soon as you say Will Ospreay, oh, that team. Speedball, oh, that team super win. Kevin Knight, oh man, they rich. Hey.
Like all the other team has is Ricochet. They got Andretti and Leo Rush, and that's not
a winning. That's
Ricochet's like, I already got my money. I got my contract, bitch.
Right. They gave Mortos the team. They gave Ricochet the team that's playing fucking CeeLo in the back of the school bathroom, playing dice. That's the team that's playing dice in the back of the school bathroom. That's the team they gave fucking Ricochet. And they ain't winning no money.
Like, Ricochet's definitely gonna cut a promo after that. And did y'all see what they gave me? Are y'all shocked?
They gave him a whole bunch of Negos Regos. That's what they gave.
That's what Ricochet gonna be like. Man, this team is ass. Let's see what they gave me.
They gave him some Negos Regos. That's what they gave him.
I'm gonna kick your ass off of you. I'm gonna kick you off.
Maybe we get
poor little Mortos.
Poor little Tink Tink.
For a little quick little murder match for Ricochet down the line, maybe versus
the Opps, Samoa Joe, Hook, and Shibatas.
Shibata.
We have one of the Owen Hart opening round matches: Chris Statlander versus Thunder Rosa, with Timeless Tony Storm on commentary.
Oh man, I hope Chris Statlander wins.
Nope.
It's crazy. Like there's only one Owen Hart match on this show. That's wild. Pac takes on Swerve Strickland in a one-on-one. Wait a minute. Never mind. I'm not going to ask. So yeah, Swerve takes on Pac. I'm assuming we're going to hear about FTR beating the shit out of Edge, right? Like I would hope.
Nah, maybe next week.
That's one of the most important angles coming out of Dynasty. I don't see shit about that on here.
We're gonna get that, or because we're getting the Bucks, we're not gonna get we're not gonna get them.
Fucking Bucks.
They're gonna spread it because the Bucks said they're in Baltimore this week, aren't they?
Yeah, Baltimore. Yeah.
Yep, because the Bucks said we're coming to Baltimore, so.
It's
gonna be the evil EVPs are back.
I'm sure I'm in the minority here. I don't want the Bucks on my screen anymore.
We talked about that Monday too. We was like, this is definitely this needs to be the Bucks' last go round.
This is their retirement tour. This needs to be their last go around because I don't want them to Jericho themselves. Like this is
they're close.
Yeah, like 2025 needs to be them wrapping it up at least January 6th. Just at least January 2026 in case they want to do something over in Japan because I know they be waiting to do stuff in January. So
they do.
Right.
Speaking of Japan, Kevin Knight said he's signed to both New Japan and AEW. So I guess you can just
he's getting that double money.
Yeah.
You're getting that yen and cash.
The yin and the yang.
There's a tariff everywhere, so I'm trying to get a paycheck from every goddamn country I can.
Folks, I think that's going to wrap us up unless y'all got anything else you want to say, Matt, Kenny. Anything we need to cover?
I will see everybody tomorrow.
All right, yeah. Folks, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll be back tomorrow, 9-ish. It's time for some more predictions. We'll see how much we can predict of that show. And we're going to do another game show and kind of talk about where Mania is heading because next week it's happening. It's going down. Mania weekend and 420 weekend, the same weekend, baby.
I got to work.
So do I. Can't even enjoy this shit.
No,
you can follow us at facebook.com/undertheringpod and twitch.tv/undertheringpod. If you go to Linktree or fingertip/undertheringpod, you will get our own personal links. I am at Greg Bush SK on Twitter and just Greg Bush on Blue Sky. Kenny at Rock Ribs 44. We've got our former predictions champion, but one half of our Are You Fucking Serious quiz champions, Mike Ciampa at Mr. Freshbeard. Our OTC, the crown, the Forever Intercontinental Champion, the Reggie Simpson Memorial Predictions Champion, and one half of the Are You Fucking Serious quiz champions, Maddie Raines at The Right Answer. Tito, a.k.a. our street team captain at Borea Maliente. And last but not least, our local news correspondent and good friend, Justin Devontae Baxley. Folks, have a wonderful Wednesday night. Have a great night. We'll see y'all tomorrow night.
In the NFL draft. Peace out. Hey! Y'all. Peace out, Daddy. Peace out, Peace out, Peace out, baby.